It has been, and still is currently, a fight between good and evil. We are winning. Hello, fairy finders and fairy seekers. Welcome to FaerieQuest and the Ask the Faeries for the week of February 1st through the 7th of 2021. Can't believe it's already February. So we are asking them what they foresee for this particular week for us. So we will quickly shuffle the cards, which, as always, I did an extra spread around on a table to get them good and mixed. So let us see what the fairies have to share with us for the week of February 1st through February 7th. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck. All right, so card number 1, we have the 10 of Spades. Card number 2, we have the Queen of Clubs. Card number 3, we have the Jack of Diamonds. Card number 4, we have the 7 of Diamonds. So we have 2 dark cards on top, 2 red cards down below. We have a spade, we have a diamond. They should be switched to be in their natural position. We also have a club in its natural position, so that's going to be huge. And no hearts showing here. So let's move forward and see what the fairies are showing us with these cards. So the first card we have here is the 10 of Spades. And in this deck, her name is Faerie. Now, if you remember back when we were discussing kings and queens, the King of Spades was the king who wants very badly to take over the world, take over us. And because he wasn't doing that great of a job, he called his wife in, who is the Queen of Spades, or the hag, Lady Morgana, Queen Morgana. And she was helping create more of an illusion for us to believe in everything that was being thrown at us on a global scale. This would be us. When we are born, we are actually born into servitude. And this is what this is showing. Faerie is the lady's maid to Queen Morgana. So she has a lot to put up with because Morgana has a very, very bad temper and she's not a very nice lady, which is why she's also called the hag. This is the person who pulls Faerie's puppet strings, basically. And despite that, Faerie understands that there's much more to life than just serving Queen Morgana. And even though she's not dressed in splendor, but Queen Morgana is, it doesn't really matter. She's drawn to the earth. She knows that her health and her wisdom and everything that she needs will come from Mother Earth. This is wisdom that is slowly coming to her. And I say that because, as you can see, there is no diamond here, and that would be the natural card for this position. And the diamond is all about our spiritual transformation. And when we came into this physical body, we forgot about the spirit side of us. We were already owned, per se, and the puppet strings began immediately. because our parents were also owned, and none of the spiritual information was really getting through. But the more that Tarine spends time in nature, the more that she connects with that spiritual part of herself, and she can put up with basically anything that comes her way because she is a part of Mother Earth. Gentle and loving and caring and needing love, needing to be touched, understanding the wisdom of connection with others and Mother Earth. Which brings us to the Queen of Clubs, whose name in this deck is Leah. And yes, she is the other dark queen. However, she is not like Morgana, Queen Morgana. Leah is not evil. She does, however, have an air of mystery about her. And the great thing is that she is a club. We have needed a club in this position for many, many weeks. This is the natural position for this club, and this club is all about breathing, and it's all about individualism and creativity and just being absolutely unique. This is what Leah brings into the picture here, is because we're already filling in the gaps here, slow but sure, with connecting to Mother Earth. Here, we can do a lot of subconscious work, spirit connecting work, keeping us connected up to spirit in the nighttime, in the dreams. And this is a part of what Leah rules, is dreams. She is all about wishing and dreaming and envisioning, and every time that happens, our eyes open a little wider and a little wider, and we start seeing so much more. And, you know, the puppet masters really can't touch that unconscious mind of ours, not the way they believe they can. We will always be spiritual beings having a physical experience. So we are always connected. As you can see on here, she is holding on to a cord. The bird has the other end. But we are always connected to our physical body. Our spiritual body is always connected to our physical body. So there are times during the night, whether you know or you don't know, that you leave your body to go stretch your wings, so to speak. This is a very tight squeeze in this physical body to have such a large spirit entrapped within it without some kind of freedom flight. So this is what she is about, and it's so wonderful to see this club here. No matter what they're telling you, you need to breathe. You need to realize what kind of an individual that you are, and individual is the word, the creative part of you, the part that knows that breathing is given to us by Mother Nature, by Mother Earth, not by the puppet masters. So this card in this position is a big sigh of relief, because that means things are changing. And even though they may have to change in the dark, so to speak, doing things on the sly for a little while, that's okay. We are still gaining ground here. And then we have Dango, who is the Jack of Diamonds. Now he is a shining star. And if you've been following these readings, you know that most of the time when cards show up in this position, they are the good guys. And as you can see, he's dressed in white, and it will depict either the King of Diamonds, who, if you remember from previous readings, is even more powerful than the King of Spades, because the King of Diamonds rules spades. So having the King of Diamonds in this position is where it began, with knowing that the good guys were where the heart would normally be. So this is the King of Diamonds who has stepped down. He is no longer a king. He is a jack or a knave. He still has his sword, and he is walking a tightrope, okay? He is a shining light for us to see in our mind's eye. We know that this is who the King of Diamonds is now. And as you can see, everything that he is doing, he is also doing in the dark, but he is very illuminated, and he has an adventurous spirit. But what is most important to this Jack of Diamonds is freedom. If there is no freedom, there's no point in his eyes. So he will fight in every way possible to have that freedom happen for all of us, no longer to be serving a puppet master and, looking as though we will accept basically anything. That is not the way our lives are supposed to be. So this Jack of Diamonds, once the King of Diamonds, is fighting still in the sidelines, but yet out in plain sight. He's a shining star. He can be seen. He is up on that tightrope, walking the dangerous walk for freedom. And on top of that, with this fourth card in the Earth position, this fourth card is the Sword of Truth. And the other words on here are conviction, courage, trust, prudence, perception, illumination. The Sword of Truth. And its position is in the Earth position, or the spade position. It is stabbing down into the earth. And as you can see from the lines, it's shining bright, but it's also creating a vibrant wave, a vibration that rattles the earth. That's this sword. He has pushed it into the ground for the truth. And as you can see here, truth is the largest word. It is on the blade of this sword. This is the sword that is clearing the fog, allowing everyone to see what is actually truthful, and all the lies that have been shared for centuries, maybe even longer. All of it is coming to the surface, bubbling up from the earth, through this sword of truth, through this Jack of Diamonds, through our own unconscious mind, through our spirit. There is no heart here. They believe we're broken, but we're not. The puppet masters believe that they have broken us. And that is not at all the case. This person not only depicts that King of Diamonds, but also us. We are brave spirits, brave souls. We know the truth. We just have to break that fog, break through the fog that has been created by the puppet masters. The ones who don't want us to realize that we have spirits, that we are on this earth in this physical form for a short period of time to learn whatever lesson it is we came here to learn. And there could be many more than just one. They don't want us to know that we are special people. That's what they're afraid of. We are very special people, very creative, very individual. We can think for ourselves, as is proven by this club. We have ideas. We act on those ideas. They don't want us to do that. They prefer us to be in servitude. They can never keep us in servitude in our sleep. They can never make us stop wishing or dreaming or envisioning. Can't happen. So the good news here is everyone is still fighting for this truth. And this truth is going to give us the freedom that this Jack of Diamonds fights for on a daily basis. This Jack of Diamonds who was once a King of Diamonds and has stepped down, not out of the limelight or out of danger, but he has stepped down to allow himself to be with us so that he has more freedom to do what is necessary to do without causing too much suspicion. He's still working to get to the truth. Currently, for many, there is a fog of false belief, false thinking, false perspectives that has been fed to us and fed to us and fed to us over this last year of 2020. And this sword is going to cut through that fog and allow everyone to see all of the falsity that has been given. And it's going to take some time to open their eyes wide enough to really understand what has happened. But there will be no denying this truth, because it is going to be a vibrational eruption like we've never felt before. So last week's reading from the fairies was kind of dark, and I don't want to say hopeless, but they really wanted us to see what was going on. This week, it is a wonderful reading to show us what is happening right now, and to show us what this King of Diamonds has sacrificed for us to bring forth the truth. And again, he is not doing it alone. Our support is integral to this person. Our support is integral to our own spirit, to our own soul. It has been, and still is currently, a fight between good and evil. We are winning. And when this truth sword gets stabbed into the ground, this is not the sword in the stone. This is the sword of truth. When that gets stabbed into the ground, nothing will be able to hide in the dark. So that's it for the reading for the fairies for this week. And again, whatever works for you from the reading, take it, examine it, see what it does for you. Whatever you don't feel fits with you, just let it go. So until next week, take care.